Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Japanese 1 8th period podcast. I'm going to be your first host for today, Elvis Olivares.
I'm your second host for today, Tomas Nakamura.
I'm your third host for today, Jenny.
Okay, so starting off today's, we're going to have a quote, or more specifically, a Japanese proverb, and it is Sarumoki kara ochiru, which directly translates to even monkeys fall from trees. Does one of you want to explain what this quote means?
This quote, I think what it is trying to say is that it's okay to mess up, and everyone messes up, no matter what. Like even monkeys mess up, and it's okay.
Jenny, anything that you want to add?
No, yeah, I believe that. I agree with Thomas that that's the behind.
Thomas, I know that you are half Japanese, right? So one of your parents is Japanese?
My dad is Japanese.
Yeah. Did you, maybe not this like proverb specifically, but is this kind of like a mindset that you grew up with, that like it's okay to make mistakes?
Yeah, I think so. Me and my brother, we never really, we were always allowed to have mistakes, and like if we were, generally, me and my brother, we generally got A's. But if we get like the occasional B, my parents wouldn't be like mad or anything. They'd be very supportive, and if I get bad on a test, they'd be like, "Okay, I can help you study." My mom and dad, my dad who was Japanese, he was very supportive, even if I made mistakes. And this is also he moved to America when he was in high school, so that might also contribute to this somehow.
Okay. Because I don't know if you like know of this, but like you hear like a lot of stories of like Asian parents, Asian families in particular, that like are like pretty hard on their kids when they don't have like anything like below perfect grades. So I don't know if you know anyone that like maybe like had to go through something like that.
I have a friend. I'm not going to say who, because I think their mom is a really great person. And I think their mom's a really great person. I don't think she's tough, but his grandma, I think she wants good grades, like really good grades. I think he has generally gotten really good grades, so it's been fine. But I think if he wasn't getting good grades, it might be a bit harder.
Yeah. Jenny, seeing as like you grew up here in the States as well, like me, is this like something that you can also like you think that like also holds true here in like American culture?
Well, I was kind of like, well, I would agree that my family did allow me to make mistakes, and they told me that it was generally okay because it's a part of growing. But yeah, I think that phrase would hold true to like my family specifically because they do support me and they do allow me to make mistakes, but I can't really say it for like in general with everybody because I kind of grew up household.
No, yeah, it was the same with me. Like more or less, yeah, you were allowed to make mistakes, but like it was kind of expected to like do well even after you made the mistakes.
Yeah, I definitely have very supportive parents, and from what I'm hearing, you guys have generally pretty supportive parents too. Well, we are going to cut to a commercial break now, and we'll see you at the end of the break. This podcast is supported by Mediocre Ramen Delivery Service. Mediocre Ramen Delivery Service is like Blue Apron or HelloFresh, except you only get served one type of ramen and there's no instructions. Ramen Delivery Service. It's not convenient, but it tastes pretty good.
And we are back. So this next segment that we're going to talk about is about Saturday morning cartoons. More specifically, I don't know how many other people here have heard of 4Kids. It was like Channel 9, I think, for people that didn't have cable. It was like, it had like cartoons from like early morning, 6 a.m., I think, to maybe 12 in the afternoon. Did you guys like grow up on those?
I forgot what it was called. It was called like QB or something like that.
QB.
QB. It was like a cube. Hold on, I got a QB.
Oh,
Yeah,
it was
I
like
think
cubics.
it was something like that. Yeah, and then they showed like more like kind of like downstream shows, I guess.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, the
So
ones I can name like off the top of my head were Dragon Ball, specifically Dragon Ball Z, which is really popular for nowadays. There was Yu-Gi-Oh, like a bunch of the different ones, which is like the card game, and then there is Beyblade as well. I think that they might have shown in the Saturday morning cartoons as well.
Wait,
That was another.
there's a
I'm
Blade
sorry?
I know I've
there's a Blade anime.
Yeah, there was. Well, for those that don't know, Beyblade was well, not was, it still is. It's like a toy that's like kind of like a top, but you kind of like make them fight each other by
Well,
making them spin.
like
Yeah,
like
in
you spin
Yeah,
it
preschool,
it
and then
was.
in preschool we my class we did a lot of Blade. I'm just surprised I haven't heard that it had an anime.
No, yeah, it was. I
Yeah.
can't remember which one came first. I'm pretty sure it was first the anime, because most of the time, if you have an anime, or
They
yeah, if you have like an
market
anime
off that.
cartoon that's gonna have like toys in it, they're
Mhm.
probably gonna be selling that as well. So yeah,
Yeah,
it
because
was.
I remember hearing from my friend like a few years back when we were talking about it. I asked her like what was the first anime and she told me it was Beyblade, and that I thought of the toy, so I kind of was confused when she said that, but she was like, no, the toy came after the anime, and then she watched that growing up as a kid.
No, yeah, it's like it was kind of straightforward. There was the main character. I think his name was Jinka. He had like a wind Pegasus, I think if it's not mistaken, and he was like he basically just wanted to be the best one that there was because like his dad disappeared or something like that,
That
and
gives
then
me
he
Pokemon
wanted to like
vibes.
follow in his footsteps. Yeah, I don't know. It was like it was pretty over the top. You know, you would save the world with like these like children's toys that somehow were
Mhm.
like super powerful and could like move mountains and I think like split the ocean in half and things like that.
That's
But I
almost
mean,
like
like I guess
Yu-Gi-Oh or kind of Pokemon, not really, but kind of.
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, yeah, with Yu-Gi-Oh, it was definitely a lot like, yeah, you're gonna play this children's card game to like determine whether or not it's the end of the world that's gonna come. Actually, a common thing in like these is that like they're very exaggerated. It's a lot of
Yeah, like
action where
over the
like doesn't
top.
have to be.
Well, anime is
Yeah.
generally very
Yeah.
very
Well,
exaggerated.
not just any of it, but like I guess shonen in particular. It's like
Yeah.
those aimed at like teenagers and like younger boys. Those are like those are typically the ones where you're gonna find like a lot of action or like overpowered protagonists and super flashy fight scenes.
Wait, isn't shonen like the biggest like anime slash manga thing in Japan?
It is, yeah. It's Shonen Jump. I think it's where like the most like manga.
Okay. So this is actually all we have time for today. So this has been Japanese 1, Period 8 podcast. If you enjoyed this, remember to subscribe to have us in your feed and have a wonderful day.